Hello, guys. I know that I wasn't gonna I was taking this weekend off, and I am, but I got a God kick and needed to do this. So, um, bear with me one moment. I put information as usual in the description box along with the link. I want everybody to please go give this creator love. She is a beautiful person. She is hilarious. She's done some great work, and her family and her are going through a lot, and they need love, and we need to give it to them. So I don't do this often, but I'm going to read my description to you because it just makes it a little bit easier. And when I'm done with that, I'm going to go over and show you her channel and what's going on with her and what was my God kick this morning. So, well, I'm back for a brief moment. As I was waking and praying this morning, something told me to hop on. As I looked through all of the information coming at me that I really didn't want to look at yet, an old content creator came up that I hadn't seen in a while. They often cross my mind from time to time, but I, like many others, have been too busy trying to figure out what is going on in this lost world. It always breaks my heart, even though I may not show it here. I have a link here to Laura's channel. This is war, and a silent war of sorts. Often the wounded aren't the ones with the bullet wounds or the things caused by an altercation in a war zone, although that is a whole other level of evil that causes those wounds too often to our children, families, and countrymen. This war is the war against us, we the people, both here in America and around the world. We have been misled, lied to, judged when we need love, and all out treated as subhuman. We are none of those things. None. We are strong, loving, real people with lives filled with love. We too often let others have too much control in our daily lives that sometimes we don't even realize at the time. We need to stop, take a look around, and see the things for what they really are. It hurts, yes, but we can overcome and find others that really care like we do. And when we do, we need to cherish them as a person. The hard part about this is in our medical field is we are seeing the very people we give complete control over our care and lives sometimes just abandon the very reason most wanted to be in that field in the first place. The ones that don't give in to the the ones that don't give in to the barbaric side of this industry are breaking away and standing up. And I applaud each and every one of them. They are real people. The others that do not have the backbone to say no to hurting people, well, all I can say is you will answer why when it's your time. Let's not forget, as we learn more every day, there are real people hurting and waking up. Our medical field has left a trail of destruction and it's not slowing down. It's churning through people faster each day. Please don't forget why you got into the field if you are still in it. Be a part of the solution and help people, not hurt them. We count on you with our very lives, and that's more important than your new car or whatever it may be. Okay, I can go on and on about this as it upsets me a lot, but please stop, take a breath, and don't just judge things and move on because you are too busy. Stop and remember people are real and we need to love each other more and help one another more. We will make it through all of this madness and we will be better people. Be blessed, be bold, stop and give someone love and support today. Even though we smile, it's often our hearts that cry. I'm going to play Laura's thing now. Please be sure to go subscribe and give her and send her my love.
My son is autistic. It's still strange to say. I suppose because we only recently got the diagnosis. I always knew he was quirky. I mean, obviously, look at his parents. But just after his second birthday, we noticed something more. He hadn't said mama in a while, or dada, or papa, or milk, or shoes, or grandma. The words he once knew were suddenly gone, or on the back burner for some reason I still will never understand. He stopped looking at us, he stopped playing with us, stopped calling for us. We were suddenly struggling to connect with the boy we once knew. My husband and I held each other and cried. We just didn't know what was happening, or when the unexplainable regression would stop. What really concerned me the most was when he stopped smiling. The very few moments he did look into my eyes, he seemed scared, like he didn't know what was happening either. Our initial assessor told us that she thought he was just spoiled and speech delayed. I'm not kidding. I started obsessively researching all of his behaviors and character traits, and everything led me back to autism. The more I read, the more certain I was that this was it. But also, the more I read, the more my confusion grew. Disability, disorder, difference, condition, what is it? Is this to be feared or celebrated or both? I'm ashamed to say that initially when the doctor diagnosed him, I was angry and confused, not because he's autistic, but because she said he was severe, level 3. Severe, according to the dictionary, is an intense amount of bad or undesirable, but that's not at all what Alfie is to me. If anything, he's intensely creative, curious, and affectionate. He has a hunger to learn and connect and explore. He sees the world in a different way than most, and what a gift that is. Nothing about him is bad or undesirable. Well, I suppose the high-pitched screams and occasional bites I could live without. But it seems that he sees the world in such an intense way that perhaps it becomes overwhelming at times. And so how can I help you, Alfie? One day he'll tell me. Thankfully, the regression only lasted a short time. He has since regained his words and many more, and he looks at us and for us and connects with us in an incredible, unique way. So what is autism spectrum disorder, and why is it so feared? The CDC says it's a developmental disability that can cause significant social, communication, and behavioral challenges. Okay, but I'm wondering why they left out that autism can also cause an incredible ability to think logically, to memorize and learn information quickly. Why did they fail to mention that it can cause exceptional honesty and reliability, alternate problem solving, and an incredible sense of wonderment about the world? Why isn't that part included? That's like if someone told me to describe my husband and I only listed his shortcomings. Oh, my husband, he's super disorganized, he can't cook, and sometimes he forgets to floss. What a dick I'd be. When what I would really say is that he's the funniest person I know, an incredible musician, and a dedicated parent. Sure, he struggles, but his challenges and perseverance are what makes him him. He is just as he should be, and so is my son. I'm now up way too late watching video upon video about autism. What is it? Why is it? Where is it? Who is it? I like to watch the videos made by autistic people the most so I can try and learn everything about their world as best I can. I want to know and understand what it's really like so I can hopefully help my son have an understood life. The more I read, the more I realize that autism is nothing to be feared at all. In fact, many of the world's greatest thinkers and innovators were autistic. Not that you need a fucking special ability to be worthy. Let me make this clear. We are all equally valuable just simply because we exist. See, I'm not so much scared of the fact that my son is neurologically distinct with strengths and challenges outside of average as I am about whether society will fully embrace him. Some are saying to me that he can be cured or indistinguishable from his neurotypical peers with the right therapies, but I just don't quite understand that. I understand giving him support and accommodations that he needs, but I don't understand treatments that would erase harmless autistic behaviors. I hate how narrow-minded society can be. I love the way he is, the way he tiptoes around and squeaks out a song when excited. I love the way his brain works, how he's more interested in the mechanics of the slide than actually going down it, how his fascination lies more in how the speaker produces music than it does with dancing to it. Although recently we've had some epic spinning sessions to the Beatles. I love the way he thinks pretend play is lame, because so do I. He doesn't want a pretend tea party to drink out of a little plastic cup full of air. He'd rather assemble an actual juicer and drink an actual apple juice, and I get that. A broom is not a sword to him, it's a fucking broom, and he loves to sweep. I love how he randomly repeats his favorite words throughout the day. His latest is monkey oh monkey and doggy oh doggy, and I honestly hope he never stops saying that even when he's 23. I know I have so much to learn, and so does he. I want to try and meet him halfway, learn how his world works while teaching him about mine. I want him to feel joy, appreciated, safe, accepted for exactly who he was meant to be. It's actually funny to me that I ever thought I would have a normal child, whatever that means. Both his parents are borderline insane artists with major ADHD. Why would I ever expect to have a neurotypical child? I'm not saying there won't be challenges or that there hasn't already been some, but I am saying that I hate the fear and stigma that society's attached to autism. My son is simply different, not less. And I wouldn't have him any other way, minus the biting. If you can relate to our family, please comment your story. I'd love to read each and every one. And for those who don't relate to this, I guess I'd like to end with this. Next time you're at a grocery store and you see a kid melting down to the ground or wildly flapping their arms and making loud noises, ones you may have never heard, well, please don't be quick to judge. Perhaps you're not looking at a spoiled or out-of-control kid with bad parents, but rather a kid who experiences the world around us differently than you. And perhaps they're doing the best they can in this loud, bright, busy, sensory overloaded world. Typical or diverse, it shouldn't really matter either way. Let's just be humans who accept and love other humans for exactly who we were all meant to be. Oh, and one last thing. I can happily say that Disneyland is out of the picture.
Okay, so Laura, Stephen, Alfie, and Penny, you are beautiful. Never change who you are. God made you, and God loves you. And society needs to wake up.